Welcome to Behind the Wire, the official podcast of Pee Dee Electric. Each episode connects you to the people, stories, and innovations powering our communities. From exclusive conversations with cooperative leaders to practical tips that help save money and energy, we're here to keep you informed and inspired. Behind the Wire is your on-demand source for cooperative insight that keeps us moving forward together. Let's get started.
Hey everybody, welcome to Behind the Wire, Pee Dee Electric's podcast. I'm David Spencer, your favorite communication specialist, and we are excited about our guest today, Jordan Hildreth, who is our new CEO. And so this is a great opportunity for him to connect with you, our members, to talk about his plans and just get to know him a little bit better. How are you doing today, Mr. Jordan?
I'm doing well, David, and I certainly do appreciate this opportunity to sit down and just share a little bit about myself and really connect and start to build those relationships with our membership.
Awesome. Well, we're going to dive in. I think our members are excited about this opportunity to hear from you directly. Changes can be challenging, but I think this is a great opportunity, and so I'm excited as well to share with them. So let's just dive right in. Can you share a little about your background and what first led you to a career in the electric cooperative industry?
Yeah, absolutely. So my background has primarily been focused in business-related areas, such as finance and accounting and human resources. I'm extremely grateful for some time spent at Campbell University, where I did receive a bachelor's and master's degree in business administration. My first professional role was actually as a teacher at a local high school here in our community, Anson High School to be exact. Teaching business courses focused in Microsoft Excel and Access, career management and business finance. That was primarily to 9th and 10th graders there at Anson High School. After being contacted by a family friend and cooperative staff member here actually about an opportunity in accounting and finance, we decided to take a leap of faith and transition. And so my time here at the cooperative has been in various roles within finance and human resources, ranging from accounting representative to manager of human resources to VP of Finance and Administration on our executive team, and now here as Chief Executive Officer. As for what led me to a career in the electric cooperative industry, I'll admit I didn't have an extensive knowledge of the industry prior to my time here, even though I grew up less than 2 miles from the old Wadesboro headquarters office. However, I do recall how I was immediately impressed from the time I walked through the doors for my first interview. From a welcoming smile at the front door and front desk to a lot of the member-focused conversations, I truly could tell from the get-go that this was a place for me.
Awesome. And I love that you mentioned Anson High School. We've had the privilege to go out there and tour and meet some of their kids. And that's one thing they say a lot. They don't know all of the roles and career opportunities that's out here. They kind of know and see the linemen, but there's just so much that goes on here. And so that's definitely a great partnership that we have with them. Let's keep going. What experiences along your journey have most shaped the leader you are today?
Yeah, so when I reflect back on sort of my leadership journey, it unknowingly, I'll say, started early in life. A large part of my life was spent working on a family muscadine or grape farm here in Anson County, where early on responsibility wasn't optional. Work ethic and results ultimately had real consequences, and everyone's role truly mattered. It was truly a team effort. I was blessed to see early on the importance of relationships and true care for people, from Dad and his interactions with farm helpers and customers, and then ultimately my mom's passion for caring for others in the nursing industry in various roles. Other than my parents' differing professions and growing up on a farm, I have had the privilege of participating in really a variety of team sports, starting at a really young age, all the way up through my college years. Honestly, some of those teams were successful, others not so much. And so at the end of the day, I think the true value from those experiences was just seeing what worked from a leadership and team cohesiveness standpoint, and comparing the overall success of those various organizations. I did learn that success is never individual. Preparation and discipline matter, and trust and teamwork truly drive results.
Great, I love that. And one thing when you was talking that kind of stuck out to me is this quote I heard that whatever industry you're in the people business, and so those interactions definitely go with us and shape our future interactions with other people. And that kind of segues to the next question: what drew you specifically to Pee Dee Electric, and what has kept you here over the years?
Yeah, so as I mentioned in an earlier comment, I was immediately drawn to the purpose of really making a positive impact in the communities that we serve. It's truly amazing to work alongside folks who take such pride in the work that they do each day, and just seeing them go above and beyond in many cases to serve not only our members, but to serve and support each other. There's a family feel here at PD where we celebrate successes, and we also work through challenges together.
Great. And family is important, and we definitely have a family culture here. And I've enjoyed, I haven't been here long, but I've enjoyed getting to know the people. And that's one of the things I look forward to coming to work every day, is just really engaging with the people that are passionate about the work that they do. For members who may not know yet, how would you describe yourself beyond your professional role?
Yeah, so I think I'll start by just saying faith and family is a big part of who I am. I'm blessed with a loving and supporting wife named Alex. We're fortunate and blessed to have two beautiful children, ages 1 and 3. And we do have, I'll call her our oldest, which is Nala, a golden retriever that's 8 years old. And so, with family being so important, I'm intentional about being present and creating those meaningful memories, because, truly those moments shape who we are, and they oftentimes keep life into perspective. When I'm not making memories with my family, I just enjoy simply being outdoors, from hunting and prepping hunting properties. I'll say chasing a golf ball around most of the time in the woods. Watching sports events, football and baseball being some of my favorites, or, just simply sitting around a fire pit and just listening to a variety of different music.
Gotcha. What values guide your leadership and decision making, both professionally and personally?
Yeah, I think first and foremost, I'm grounded in my faith. And I think my faith continues to be the compass that guides my leadership and decisions each and every day. I cherish relationships and simply opportunities to serve. It truly is so rewarding to have a purpose that's much larger than ourselves.
Good, and I love faith, and I love being in a cooperative setting where people can bring that. I know some industries where you're not encouraged to talk about it, and you kind of have to be quiet and silent about it. But here people share their faith, and I think that's a great thing, and a great thing that you bring to the table to guide your decisions. And so we're going to kind of shift to just this leadership journey and perspective. You mentioned earlier, your various roles. So you've served Pee Dee Electric in several leadership roles. How have those experiences prepared you to step into this critical, very important role as CEO?
Yeah, so when I reflect on the various roles that I've had here at Pee Dee Electric, I'm immediately appreciative of the opportunity to, what I'll say, be close to the work. Close to the work simply means just being hands-on in the day-to-day activities and understanding how a single decision impacts something that's much larger. And so I've been fortunate to have the opportunity to be engaged with all departments in various capacities, understanding their day-to-day processes and challenges that they're facing. I'm also grateful that my previous roles have allowed me to sort of build positive and supporting relationships with our team, which will be pivotal as we sort of move forward in this new chapter for Pee Dee Electric.
Great. And you've spent some time with our previous CEO, Donnie Spivey, and he had a 40-year run, and so everybody is appreciative of him, but you got to work hand in hand with him. And so what have you learned from working alongside Mr. Donnie, and how has his leadership influenced your own approach?
Yeah, so, I could probably spend the next several hours highlighting the impact that Donnie has made here at Pee Dee Electric. He was a steady, principled leader who truly cared deeply about Pee Dee Electric, its staff, and of course, our members. He always led with consistency and integrity, and he leaves the co-op in a very strong position because of that leadership. And so, because of Donnie's leadership and leading by example, I'll say that it has granted me the privilege to really just see what true servant leadership looks like, and ultimately the impact that it has on those who have had the opportunity to experience it.
And I love servant leadership because I often say we get to serve, and so that's really a guiding principle in my leadership journey too. Is just you really want to impact the people that's under your stead, and so that's definitely something I think that's going to carry us great into the future. And so we're building on this thing called legacy, right? And so as you prepare to succeed Donnie and take the helm and move us forward, what does it mean to you to honor the legacy he leaves behind you?
Yeah, you're exactly right, David. And legacy is, to me, honoring the legacy of Donnie means, respecting and appreciating the foundations that's been built. The culture, the values, the trust that exists today, not only inside of our cooperative building, but also with our membership. It means recognizing the leadership and steady guidance that helped position the co-op where it is today. But at the same time, honoring the legacy isn't about complacency. It's about building on it responsibly, building on it thoughtfully. My role is to carry forward what works, protect what matters, and that's a member-focused cooperative, and continue to position us and prepare the cooperative for the future.
Great. And I love that word complacency because it's easy to kind of just say we're not going to do anything. But right now with the industry, there's a lot of changes coming forward. And so I've got to be flexible enough and willing to get out there and figure out what we can do to push it forward. How would you describe your leadership style? You kind of touched on this a little bit, but can you expand a little bit? How do you describe your leadership style, and how do you hope employees experience your leadership day to day?
I'll sort of laugh to start this because, I'll admit I always sort of find it hard or difficult to talk about myself, but I would like to think that I am a servant leader. I believe in the importance of relationships, and I believe in the importance of truly building people up, giving them opportunities to grow and develop. To me, these are foundational pieces for building and maintaining trust. And under my leadership, I aim to empower our staff to drive the positive change simply through listening and coaching. The reality is the staff that we have here today, they'll be the leaders of the future.
And I like that, and I've already got to experience that early on, just you meeting with everybody and getting feedback and getting that critical, just having a listening ear, I think is going to be critical for our future. People like to feel involved and hands-on with everything, and so it's great that you're going to continue having that kind of open door approach. Let's get into the vision for Pee Dee Electric a little bit. The energy industry continues to evolve just rapidly. There's a lot of changes coming, and just really fast too. It's just changing really fast. What excites you the most about the future of Pee Dee Electric?
Yeah, so as you stated in your question, the energy industry, you're correct, continues to evolve rapidly, from changing member expectations to regulatory challenges. Change to me creates opportunity, and I'm excited about how we can use innovation and thoughtful planning to better serve our members and strengthen the cooperative. If we stay grounded in our mission and focused on our people and members, the future is something to be confident about.
What opportunities do you see ahead for strengthening service, reliability, and innovation for our members?
Yep, so we see strong opportunities ahead to enhance service, strengthen reliability, and use innovation in thoughtful ways that directly benefit our members. I'll start with service. Service is including clear communications, responsiveness to member concerns, inquiries, and easier methods for members to engage with us. On reliability, we're focused on proactive system investments, smart planning, because naturally our assets have a really long lifespan, and leveraging our data, more data than we've ever had before, to proactively reduce outages and simply improve restoration times. Innovation plays a supporting role in all of that, and I think it gives our staff better tools, improves efficiencies, and I think it helps us anticipate issues before they affect members. But I think at the core, what it boils down to, it's simply, does it create long-term value for our members? By investing in both our people and technology, we'll continue to deliver dependable service today while preparing the co-op for the future.
Great, and it sounds like you're going to continue this legacy, if you will, using just kind of playing on that word of just being member focused. That's what matters to our members and what's going to create value for their lives. How do you plan to balance honoring the cooperative's traditions while navigating all of this change and growth?
Yeah, to me, balancing tradition and growth, I think, starts with understanding the why certain things matter. Our traditions have always been rooted in service, reliability, and trust, which doesn't change moving forward. What evolves is how we deliver on those values, evolving through thoughtful planning, implementation of technology that complements our systems, and continuous improvement in really all areas of the co-op. Change should strengthen the co-op and not distract from our purpose. By listening to employees, engaging our board, and staying connected with our members, I think we can responsibly grow while honoring what makes this cooperative so special.
Awesome. And you mentioned technology. What role do you see technology and this innovation playing in the cooperative's future?
Yeah, absolutely. So I previously mentioned a little bit about this, but I see technology and innovation playing a supportive role in our future that, naturally helps us operate more efficiently, allows us to respond faster, and then ultimately plan smarter. Technology allows us to strengthen our reliability, improve our outage response and system visibility, and enhance communications with our members. Innovation also allows us to be more proactive in identifying issues before they actually impact our membership. Ultimately, we see technology and innovation as an enabler that helps our staff to continue to deliver safe, reliable, and affordable services.
Let's move forward to talking about our commitment to our members and the community. What does being a member-owned cooperative mean to you personally?
It is truly an honor and a privilege to lead an organization that exists solely to serve its members. Being a member-owned cooperative means that every decision that we make affects the people that we know. From our neighbors to our families, and then ultimately to the communities that we're living in. It means that there's a responsibility to be a good steward of resources that ultimately belong to the members that we serve. It reinforces that our role should be focused on service and truly long-term value for those members.
Great, and that member-owned piece is very important. I remember when I first started at a cooperative, I had no idea what that structure really meant until I got involved working there. And so that's very important. That's something we try to drive home to our members every chance we get, is that this is their cooperative, and we're here to work for them and make their lives better. How do you plan to ensure members continue to feel heard, valued, and connected to Pee Dee Electric?
Yeah, so I think that ensuring members feel heard, valued, and connected can take many forms. But I believe it does start by simply listening. It'll be important that we continue to prioritize open communication and transparency, especially when decisions are affecting our members directly. I think it's equally important to be present in the community, to be engaged, to listen, and continuing to build those relationships so that our members see us as a trusted cooperative. We plan to use a mix of both traditional and modern communication tools, but ultimately the aim is to meet our members where they are. At the end of the day, our goal is for our members to feel confident that Pee Dee Electric is working in their best interest day in and day out.
Cool, and I love that you mentioned community, because even internally, where it's not one person, it's everybody working together to achieve these goals. Pee Dee Electric, we're not in these communities alone, and so we have all these great community relationships and partnerships. What role do community relationships and local partnerships play in your vision for the cooperative?
Yeah, community relationships and local partnerships are truly foundational to who we are. Our success is directly tied to the strength of the communities that we serve. Those strong partnerships, I think, help us better understand local needs. I think it helps us support economic development in our communities and respond more effectively during challenges. Ultimately, both those community relationships and local partnerships, I think, build trust, and that's extremely important to us here at PD. When our members and local partners know us, when they see us, when they work alongside us, I think the cooperative becomes more than simply just a utility. My vision is for Pee Dee Electric to remain engaged, to continue to be a reliable partner that contributes to the long-term success of our communities.
Great. And there's a lot, I'm sure you feel like there's a lot of work to be done. So as you look forward towards your first year as a CEO, what priorities will guide your leadership?
Yeah, so in my first year as CEO, my leadership, I think, will be guided by stewardship, people, and disciplined execution. I'm focused on being a responsible steward of our member-owned resources by maintaining strong financial discipline and transparent governance. At the same time, we will invest in our people and our culture because I think reliable service starts with engaged employees. And finally, I think we'll stay focused on disciplined execution, prioritizing safety. We want to make sure that our staff goes home the same way they came to work every day. We want to make sure that our members stay safe when they come in close proximity to our system. We want system reliability and member service while making thoughtful progress aligned with our strategic plan. I think it's about honoring our legacy while also positioning the cooperative for a strong, sustainable future.
Great. Well, I appreciate you taking the time to share with our members, and I think this is going to be well received. And I think this is when we talk about transparency and just being approachable and giving them access to you, I think this is a great way. This podcast is new, so I think it's going to be well received. What message would you like to share with Pee Dee Electric members as you step into this new chapter with the employees and them together?
Yeah, so as we transition into this next chapter together, I'm just truly filled with gratitude for the trust and support of our board of directors, our staff, and our members. It's just such an honor and a privilege to have the opportunity to serve the communities that truly they've made me who I am today. And I'm committed to serving with integrity and transparency and truly optimistic about the future of Pee Dee Electric.
Awesome. Well, again, this is David Spencer, your favorite communication specialist. We've been talking to our new CEO, Jordan Hildreth, and I hope you have enjoyed listening to Behind the Wire. Please share. This is just one way we hope to inspire and keep you informed about your cooperative. Until next time, be safe, and we will see you behind the wire.
Thanks for joining us Behind the Wire. If you enjoyed today's episode, be sure to follow and share the podcast so others can plug in too. For news, tips, and updates, visit pdemc.com and follow us on social media. Until next time, stay safe, stay connected, and we'll see you behind the wire.